On this episode of Lapeef, let's talk.
For the protection of the female and men. But you know what's the interesting thing, JR, with men? When men listen, the clip that's surfacing around now where Kevin Samuels called old boy, he asked him, you know, how tall was he asked him to rate himself on a scale of 1 to 10. Because the dude was talking about the females need to give him choosing signals, and he was talking about he don't approach them, they just need to give him choosing signal because he exists. And he asked him to rate himself on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Then he asked him, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Oh, you a fat fuck, right? Then the dude talked about what? Making $400 every 2 weeks. Oh, so you only make 800, and he went in to skew him, right? You know what a dude like that would really take that, like how Kevin Samuels skew with him? He will take that information and say, man, you know what? I got to level up and get better. And you either going to get better or you're going to get better. That's how men respond.
They mimicking you. Even the babies doing this shit. They ain't listening to your ass because you doing it right in front of them. They 3 years old coming out ignoring your ass because you don't have any type of structure in your mindset. So I disagree with what you're saying. I honestly believe that a stranger can give you some constructive criticism. I believe that we need to consider what everybody else is saying. I often say, even the smartest person can learn something. I could be walking down the street and a homeless man can drop some gems. You never know what somebody gonna give you. When on King Talk, Mr. Lee came in and dropped a whole bunch of gems, but you could never tell he was gonna drop them gems just looking off his appearance. We got to be willing to listen to what people are saying, and then respond. Sometimes some stuff don't even call for a response. You can just sit back and just let it sink for a second, sleep on it. Some things just don't require an immediate response. Coming to you, Rilla. Can constructive criticism be a form of protection for women?
Apparently not. No, my real answer is 1000% yeah. And Anton, just so you know, man, we done participating in parades. We're not walking in parades that leads us to nowhere. Some protest days and blocking federal highways and getting arrested where nobody coming to bond you out because you down for the cause, but you got arrested and nobody put up your bail money to come get you out of jail. We done with that, fam. Real spill. I told my girl that same time y'all was having these discussions about whatever civil unrest was going on. Now, let me say this. Y'all been talking about men giving women constructive criticism. The thing that y'all overlook is that women ain't even listening to women giving them constructive criticism. Tuesday night, JR, you stole a piece of my thunder. Mr. Lee came on, and if y'all look at the entire time Mr. Lee was up, it was some OGs on the panel. Ain't nobody said a single mother-loving gad doggone word because an elder was speaking and he was dropping gems. And he, for me personally, he was reading my mail, but he was talking to everybody and ain't nobody interrupt him. JR let him cook and he gave it up for all of us. And we're all, I would like to thank everybody listening to this stream that caught that stream Tuesday, all the young blood, so on and so forth, are better as a result. But what I find interesting is that you hear some people say they got to qualify the criticism that they get, or they got to qualify the advice that they get. They got to qualify the instructions that they get from another individual as if, you know, we not all in this together. We talk about community. We talk about ethnic image. We talk about how we as a people got to elevate, motivate, this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And then when you see, I say this, I've been saying this a lot lately. When you see men start to step up to the plate and start to demonstrate the very thing that women have been asking for, you will see women push back. Nah. Somebody just told me this today. I don't want to butcher the quote, but it was almost like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I want it in a way that I'm used to hearing it. I want it to tickle my ears. Can't take it from you because you're not saying it because it don't you're not saying it in a way that tickles my ears enough. We so far at the bottom, fam. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I ain't 2022. I ain't got time to argue with nobody black. I ain't got time to argue with damn one of y'all females or damn one of you Negroes. Like real spill. We so far at the bottom and got so much work to do. And Anton, I respect you and I hear what you're saying because I know you don't recognize people on color. So I'm not, trying to get you on your running the victim Olympics and this, that, and the third, but I am for my people. Period point. And my people look like me first. That's my personal belief. Right. But at some point, we got to learn to listen to hear each other out. Because I've also said, see, can constructive criticism be a form of protection to women? I've also heard women give criticism to other women and expect that criticism to be taken on face value. And they don't know that woman from a hole in the wall. Mm-hmm. They didn't know her from nothing. But that woman was supposed to take that constructive criticism and nobody else was supposed to come in and say anything in opposition to the criticism that was given, whether they thought it was right, wrong, or indifferent. I just found it all interesting, especially when because y'all been talking about men giving women criticism. Y'all haven't even talked about women giving other women criticism. That criticism has been like patently rejected. Just on face value, because I didn't like your tone. I didn't like how you came at me. I don't know you. Who are you? This, that, and the third, wooty woo. Yo, fam, you stay in your own boat because like 2022, I'm moving with A likes, fam. I'm moving with A likes.
With who? What's that?
With you. Let's get it.
What's A likes? Cool. I'm sorry, what is that? What's A likes?
That's Anton know what that is. That's 5% of language. Peace to the nation, the gods, the earth. Peace to all the what's that? The black soap and shape.
All right, y'all.
Yo, but for real, fam, we listen, man. Either we gonna listen, all this jaw jacking and slacking we doing, either we gonna build or we gonna chill. It's 2022. What you finna do? Barbecue or mildew? Like real spill. Like I can't take critique from you, or I can't take constructive criticism. You don't know me, you don't know my story, you don't know my life, you don't know what I've been through, you don't know who I is. Okay. Well, I just know what you put on display, and I'm giving you feedback based on what I've seen, whether I'm male or female. I've seen it on both sides. Men have given criticism, and this is all supposed to be for the protection of the female and men. But you know what's the interesting thing, JR, with men? When men, listen, the clip that's surfacing around now where Kevin Samuels called old boy. He asked him, how tall was he? He asked him to rate himself on a scale of 1 to 10, because the dude was talking about the females need to give him choosing signals, and he was talking about he don't approach them; they just need to give him choosing signal because he exists. And he asked him to rate himself on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Then he asked him, "How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Oh, you a fat fuck, right?" Then the dude talked about what? Making $400 every 2 weeks. Oh, so you only make $800, and he went in to skew him, right? You know what a dude like that would really take that, like how Kevin Samuels skew with him? He will take that information and say, man, you know what? I got to level up and get better. And you either going to get better or you're going to get bitter. That's how men respond.